Hi guys, it's Hani here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to make another gingerbread house. I'm gonna show you how to make adorable furnishings and how to put it all together. I wanted to make this house for a really long time, so finally it came together and I'm ready to share the video with you guys. So let's get started. I used my gingerbread cookie dough recipe for centerpieces and gingerbread houses. You can find it on my blog. Link is going to be posted down below in the description box. To decorate the panels, we'll be using royal icing. You can find a recipe I like to use on my blog or on my YouTube. Link is going to be posted down below. First, I'm using piping consistency ivory colored royal icing to make the frame for the window, and then we're going to fill the sections with 20-second consistency royal icing. Now, using again piping consistency, I'm going to outline and then we're going to flood with 10-second consistency royal icing. Using a needle tool or a toothpick, spread the icing evenly. And then we're going to do wet on wet technique. I'm going to make holly leaves using green royal icing, 10-second consistency. We're going to repeat the holly leaf pattern on more panels as we go. Together, basically, I'm using just 3 colors to decorate all of the panels: gray, green, and ivory. So it's super simple, just 3 colors. Once you are done icing the panel, let the icing dry completely before finishing up the holly leaf pattern with a brown edible marker. I'm using a fine tip edible marker. You can find this marker online. I'm gonna include a link where you can get it down below in the description box under the section called tools used in this video. Finish the windows by adding the outside frame. Here I'm decorating the floor. I'm using ivory royal icing and I'm going to flood every other section, let it crust, and then flood the remaining sections between. Now we are ready to decorate the center wall. Make sure that you match the color of the wall that this wall is going to be facing, so you have all the walls same color. We have to let this panel dry, and then we're gonna flip it and decorate the other side as well. You see here, you wanna match the colors on all of the sides. These are going to be the side panels. So I'm adding some windows, and again, we're gonna decorate it to match the inside of the house. Once you are done making these, you have to let these dry. This is going to be the very top panel, and that's going to be ivory. And now once all the panels, all the icing is dry, we can put it together. I'm using stiff royal icing that I colored with some brown food coloring to match the gingerbread color. Once I glue all the pieces together, I'm going to let it dry overnight, and then we can make cute little furnishings using candies and cookies. I'm also gluing the roof using stiff royal icing. And now we can make chairs and a little table. I'm using some icing to glue it together. Here I'm using a hot plate to melt some of the chocolate and then glue the pieces together using mint candies. This is going to be a sofa. Here I'm building a lamp. To make the fireplace, I'm using a little cookie and royal icing to glue chocolate rocks around. To make the flame, I'm using yellow, orange, and red gummy candies, flatten it a little bit, and then cut it out to shape. And I'm going to stack them on top of each other. For the firewood, I'm going to add cinnamon sticks. And we also need a mantle. For the mantle, I glued together 3 pretzel sticks. And now we can make the stockings. I'm going to cut out stockings using scissors, and then I'm going to attach a small piece of marshmallow on the top. I'm going to glue these onto the mantle using royal icing. Let it sit for about 15-20 minutes until it hardens, and then you can glue the whole piece supported with a little marshmallow. These are all minis, so these are quite small, so a little mini marshmallow is going to be enough to hold it in place just until it dries, then you can remove it. To make the beds, I'm using cookies, marshmallows, then you're gonna flip it over, and we're going to add watermelon pillow, and the blanket is made out of snowflakes. We also need cupcakes, so to make the cupcakes, I'm going to glue some mini chocolate chips with nonpareils on the top on candies, and now I'm making angels. I'm using sugar veil to make the bottom skirt, and then we can glue the gumball on the top, and for the wings I'm using almonds. Again, for the glue I'm just using royal icing. You can also use white chocolate. To make the tree I'm going to use ice cream cone. I'm just gonna trim it and shave the bottom to make it more even, and then we can glue green M&Ms all over. On the top I'm going to add a pretty snowflake. To decorate the Christmas tree I'm going to add some festive sprinkles. Just glue them on with royal icing or white chocolate, whatever you have on hand is fine. Let it dry completely before you handle the tree. I'm also going to make a bird feeder from cookies, pretzel sticks, and some sprinkles. So I'm just gluing the pretzel sticks with royal icing onto the cookie. And I'm going to add some rainbow nonpareils. Here I'm going to build a really simple table, and now it's time to put it together. So I didn't make the bottom floor, the ground floor, because I figured angels like to walk on snow. So I'm adding some white granulated sugar. We're gonna add the tree and rest of the decorations. Last thing we have to do is to make the roof. I'm using a round piping tip to pipe lines on both panels, and then we're going to use chocolate candies to decorate. And that's how you can make house of 3 angels out of gingerbread, royal icing, candies, sprinkles, and cookies. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in a comment section down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, and you can also find me on Instagram. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.